Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Friday. All right, guys, happy Friday. Welcome back. And well, I hope you guys got to join us for our Hot Messy Topics live. That was interesting. Love doing things with Kim from Bravo Breaking News and always miss like our other girls. And I really just love engaging with the Adams family community. Seriously. And it's nice to not be on a fucking plane. So with that, smash the like button, show some love, and let's get into the Southern Charm Shep BS, because when I say that this is some shit, I mean, this really is some shit. Here we go. Where do we start? Let's start actually right here. Okay. Thank you to Reality Blurb, Shep Rose's ex, who we watched this week on the show, which was really embarrassing for him and her. I mean, it was embarrassing for her because she came off like, if you don't like the guy, then why are you there? Because you're having fun with him. You don't want to film with it. You don't like it. Doesn't it seems like you're stringing him along? Did you want the notoriety? Did you want to be on film? I just think it was a jerk move of her. But then also for him, like you can see he's like, like a little puppy following her around. And some women might call this karma for the way that he's treated women for so long. So I see it both ways. But their relationship has been a hot topic throughout the 10th season of Southern Charm. And she took to her TikTok page this week to shut down a number of rumors regarding their relationship, her communication with Whitney, and her grandmother. She offered a screenshot. Oh, guys, this is the screenshot. She came in with the receipts, and said, this is bullshit. So in the screenshot, you can see Whitney reached out to her on Raya first and explained her grandmother's interest in the show. Sienna explained how her relationship with Shep began, and there's more. But she did, before we get into that, she clapped back at this whole villain edit, which is literally what I just spoke of. She said, I'm going to dispel all the mistruths and tell my side of the story because I feel like everyone has had the opportunity to say what happened and how they feel and their point of view, but I haven't had the luxury or courtesy to explain my point of view, which I think is very important. In another TikTok video, she went on to clarify how she met Shep in her quick communication with Whitney on Raya, saying, Shep and I did meet on Raya, and at the time, his profile, it just made him look like a Southern boy who liked to fish. And he messaged me and he was like, oh, you're from the Bahamas. I always go to the Bahamas. I love the Bahamas. And then I was like, oh, he's cute. And that's how we met. But as for how she met Whitney, she noted that the claims about her reaching out to him were super off the wall before sharing that message that I showed you guys. He wasn't even a connection of mine. He direct requested me and said, hi, how are you? And I said, I'm good. How are you? And that was the extent of the communication. Now, according to Sienna, she had very little interaction with Whitney because she didn't make a connection. And I guess she ultimately met him in Charleston. She said, I did not recognize him. It was Shep who said, oh, Whitney says he matched with you on Raya. And then I looked on my messages and I was like, oh, he was a catfish because he looks nothing like this in real life. Why is that not shocking? Yeah. She also went on and said, I'm not a liar. I would not lie about that. And I wouldn't have brought it up because, like I said, when I saw him, I did not recognize him because he was a total catfish. It didn't even register because we didn't even have a conversation. She went on to say that she and Shep connected on Raya a month after she received a request from Whitney. And she noted that Shep came off strong right off the bat. He's inviting me up to Charleston. I've never met him before. So I said, I'm not really interested in going to see you because I don't know you. And I said that in my head, and I denied his invitation to Charleston. But I said, you can come to the Bahamas whenever and we can go out and have lunch. And he said, okay, fine. And from there, they began communicating on Instagram and the phone. And she said, I still have never watched an episode of the show. And I don't know that Shep and Whitney know each other or that they are in the show. So moving on to her grandmother in her fourth video. Well, here, let me just roll the tapes because you guys deserve to know. Here we go. Present. Share screen.
I started filming
Make sure.
sort of a several part series and just posting it, but I think that would be too long. So I'm going to go live in an hour.
Okay, let's skip that part.
Okay, I had to refilm this one because I need to be a little bit more careful about the terms that I say, but I will still show the receipts. So, screenshot. Yes, this app that I met Whitney and Shep on. What was I going to say? Yeah. So I'm not going to say the name of the app, but I'm going to show you the screenshots. He sent me a direct request and says, "Hi, how are you?" And I said, "I'm good. How are you?" This is the screenshot, March 20th, 2023. That is the extent of the communication that he and I had on this platform. So I'm not a liar. I would not lie about that. And I wouldn't have brought it up because, like I said, when I saw him, I did not recognize him because he was a total cat.
Total catfish.
All right. Part 2. So a month later, Shep and I finally connect on this app. And like I said, his profile makes him seem like he's just a normal Southern boy who likes to fish. And I thought that was very endearing. He messaged me and he says he loves the Bahamas, he loves Abaco. I said, "Oh, that's awesome. Like, my family is from the Bahamas, blah, blah, blah." He's inviting me up to Charleston. I've never met him before. So I said, "I'm not really interested in going to see you because I don't know you." I said that in my head. But I denied his invitation to Charleston, and I said, "Hey, you can come to the Bahamas whenever, and we can go out or have lunch." And he then says, "Okay, fine. I love to fish, so if I ever make it to the Bahamas, I will hit you up." And I said, "Great." And he says, "Oh, well, we're both fans of travel, so either in the Bahamas or we can just meet up somewhere else in the world." I'm back from dinner and it's time for part 3. So this part, I really want to clear up the whole my grandma situation, what shows their grandparents watch and are familiar with all of the characters. I would be surprised by that. How I made the connection with her, she made the connection with me, with Shep being on the show. Shep and I were already on speaking terms. We were already calling each other on the phone. We started talking to each other on the phone like after I was in Hawaii.
Okay, so we get it. So Granny didn't have a part.
All right, so that's really all I wanted to clear up. I wanted to clear up the Whitney situation, and I wanted to say, yes, my grandmother was a fan of the show, but
that's not a, I mean,
where are you going?
Off to Cancun in Mexico.
yeah, I think that if you guys look at this, like what she's saying about Shep and like the show, Whitney looks like a moron only because you completely lied about it. But then Miss Patricia lied about it because Whitney lied to Miss Patricia. So we're never going to talk bad about Miss Patricia. We have nothing but love for her. But Whitney also, I think he comes off like a little bit of a you guys piece that together. Fill in the blanks. You know what? We're going to go get ready for our live. Guys, smash the like button. Show some love. Let me know whose side you're on with this, especially watching this week's awkward episode of Southern Charm. Sienna or Shep. I know you guys have opinions, and I want to hear all of them. I love you guys. Happy Friday, and I hope you have the best weekend. See you soon. Bye.